Okay, welcome to my day in a life, last day before my surgery. Essentially, this is going to be a day in the life of me working working in downtown Fort Worth in a engineering company, essentially, and also just my thoughts and feelings going into my last day before my surgery. So on the screen right now, it's literally just things I do the night before I have to go into work. I work from home most days, but a couple of days will be I have to go into work, and this is one of those days. So this is just me getting my food prepared, getting my snacks prepared, this trail mix that has actually heat, and just doing everything I need to do. Just because work technically starts at 7:30 in the morning, so I need as little of things to do as possible before I actually gotta leave in the morning. And doing everything at late at night just makes things so much simpler. So that's what I do here, but also in the back of my head here, I'm thinking, man, this is literally the last day before this surgery. Like, I don't know, it's kind of just setting in how much of a tragedy this is. It really is. I feel like it's penciling in. I don't know. It's kind of when people go to prison. Sometimes, I guess not prison, maybe jail, if there's a difference between the two. But sometimes when somebody goes to jail, they actually have to physically, they're out on bail, but they get sentenced, and then they have to actually physically walk into jail that day. That's what I kind of feel like I'm doing, but with this Achilles surgery, because it's like kind of different because I'm choosing to get the surgery, but it still has that overarching kind of existential dread. Maybe not existential, maybe that's dramatic, but it's just this knowing that it's going to be such a grind trying to sit here and be on crutches and this cast and a boot and the scooter and the appointments and the pain and the sleepiness and the medications and the money. I just feel like it is so much trying to do this for just, I guess, a good possibility for real of just having improvement in being able to move around and stuff like that and improving in your life. So I think the end goal is definitely going to be worth it. But goodness gracious, man, I just feel like it's a grind. And if you're going through this right now, I just wish you the best because, hey, man, it ain't easy. It wasn't easy the first time, and it's certainly not going to be easy this time either. So, yeah, once again, me getting ready for work. I just made a parfait a little bit ago. That's what I like to eat in the car on my way to work. Packed all my snacks, packed my food, grabbing that before I hit the door, and I'm out and I'm cruising. Let's see what I have to say.
I'm waking up a little bit. Working downtown Fort Worth. I'm on my way down there right now. It's about 7:40, and I usually try to get there before 8. And like I was saying, I usually like to get there before 8, and it's probably about a 20-minute drive. So I'm kind of teetering on the edge of being there when I like to be there, but that's fine. Last day before surgery, I'm going to go in here, say my goodbyes. I'm not going to go back into the office until about July. So hopefully by then, maybe I'll be out of the boot. I don't think I will because I know it's 2 weeks after surgery on May 9th that I'm going to be, still in the cast. And then I think it might be 6 weeks after that or maybe more with that boot on. So we'll have to see how it works out, but I think it should be quite an interesting time. But the reason why I'm taking you on to work with me is just because why not? I'm also kind of planning to move to Austin in August, so I figured there really wouldn't be a whole lot of time in between when I actually start going back to the office till I move down there for me to actually make this video in Fort Worth. So here I am doing it. This also, have any of you seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia in that episode where Dennis is eating cereal in the car? Because that's literally finna be me, but I'm finna be eating this parfait. And I feel like I turn on this little autopilot thing the RAV4 has. It's not like Tesla's autopilot, don't get crazy, but it's like a little lane assist type dealio, just long enough for me to be able to take some bites on my way to work. But have y'all seen that episode where Dennis is eating cereal in his car and literally, what's his name? Frank comes and hits him from behind, and he spills his milk over the console, and they're like, who pays for the interior But like, who pays for the interior of the car? Because technically, Frank hit him, but is it Frank's fault that this man Dennis was eating cereal in his car and spilled it all over his console and whatnot? I don't know. I don't know what they concluded. I actually watched one of those Legal Eagle videos about it, where he kind of described the situation in like real law. I forget what the final conclusion was, but anyway, that's just hysterical, and I always think about that when I mean this in the car.
Wait, but yeah, that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is comedy, because that episode is hysterical, and apparently, I don't know if y'all watched the podcast too, but it's just like in the podcast they were talking about how they came up with the episode of Dennis spilling stuff in his car, and apparently that actually happened to him in real life, and he came into the studio and he was heated because somebody hit him and he messed up his whole interior of his car because he was eating cereal, and they couldn't bring up the topic to him like we need to add this to the show at the time because he was like actually enraged about it. So he had to wait like a time for them actually to bring up the topic and actually put in the show. But that is hysterical, and that's what I think about whenever I'm eating that snack in the car. But anyway, yeah, I'm cruising downtown for work, and just more on my overall thoughts. Goodness gracious, I'm going in here, I'm finna say my goodbyes or whatever, and I'm finna, honestly, I think it's gonna be a good time, a good relaxing time, just working from home for the next couple months, just because going into the office is a grind. I don't think it has to be this way, and I guarantee I'm going to make another video about this, because going into work, I guarantee it doesn't actually have to be like that, and people have convinced themselves that going to the office is necessary. But also, what am I saying?
I don't know why I feel like I gotta work at the Curse, because it's not that deep. Like, it's a chill place. I just feel like I don't be feeling like going in here half the days.
Yeah, I definitely get that. Because it is a grind trying to talk to them sometimes. I don't know if I'm antisocial or if I've just grown to be, but small talk is just not a talk I'm trying to have half the time. But anyway, yeah, last day going into it, getting ready for the grind. Also on this day, I go and pick up my placard from downtown Fort Worth. It's like 7-minute walk from where I work, so it was the perfect opportunity to just go down there, get my little handicap thing that I didn't actually have my first surgery, so it'll be kind of useful to just be able to get the best parking space in town. And I think it lasts for 6 months, and it was $5 each. So, and I picked up 2 of them, one for my car and one for my girlfriend's, just because the more the merrier. So yeah, it was a gorgeous day this day, walking downtown, kind of taking in the sights and sounds as the last moment before it all goes down. And I guess that's really about it. I don't know. I'll keep you guys updated on how it goes. Of course, I'll do a video of the day of the surgery. I'm probably gonna do a different video of the exact costs of the surgery as well, just to see what that tallies up to be. And man, yeah, I guess that's it. Once again, if you're going through this, I would tell you it's gonna be okay, but I feel like I said in a different video, and I'm saying in this one too, I don't know that it will, because this is a brick. But yeah, stay safe out there. It's me going home. I guess it wasn't much of a day at work or day in the life, because all I did was work, but I worked and went home. So yeah, that's it.